Hey, welcome to the episode number 8 of Culture Digger, and today we're discussing the responsibility of musicians. Let's start! And for the beginning, I would like to remind that Culture Digger is the podcast about cultural phenomena, decade reviews, architecture and design, and too many other interesting stuff. My name is Sandy Riffs, and I'm here with the episode number 8. At the moment, I noticed that there are such topics for discussion that I announce as segments every episode, but I still haven't prepared any episode about design, about decade reviews. Architecture has only one episode, but I find this segment extremely interesting. Still, you can give me any comment in YouTube or in Twitter if you want some topic to be discovered in next episode, so you can have an influence here. And I'm going on to our topic of today, the responsibility of musicians. Why I find this pretty important? Firstly, because there are too many opportunities nowadays to share your music, to find any music with Apple Music, with Google, with Spotify, with all the aggregators. We live in complete different age to the times of the past when you could catch some new song maybe only with the radio, with the articles in some magazines, and with the stories of your friends with their comments about something new released, about any album or EP, etc. The second reason why it is important is the emotional core of musical content. Any music can reach the listener much faster in emotional way than any other public content like news or spoken word, like podcasts. It's very sensitive information. And I have one example for this. Music is kind of a language that we use without words. When we are talking with someone, we do not want to make this person angry or sad or anything. And also, we do not want to open ourselves to someone's angry or any other destruction. I feel a psychology wave in my podcast, and I don't think that it's bad. I didn't start a therapy, don't worry, I'm fine. I just love to think about self-development, about the personal part of life, and about the feelings of myself, of people, especially if such questions of psychology are close enough to question of culture. And back to the topic. Okay, music is an emotion first, and emotions drive music to our ears. If you're the creator of music, you should remember that music gets an easy access to listeners' feelings and personality. You should not use it in a bad way. You should care about your listeners, about their feelings, about their actions that they can make. If you're the creator, I'm just reminding that you're that person that can push the record button and can stop it. You can rewrite any song. You can prepare 100 versions for it before making it public. So just be sure that music that you're producing is really that product that you want to give to people, because your audience can have different age and different conditions of their living, too many factors. And if you're the listener and you want to figure out what the influence can have music on your life, on your daily mood and anything, just look after yourself. Try to recognize the emotions that you get every day. Are these emotions fine? And what is the main vector of them? And what are the reasons of these emotions? If you're sensitive enough and you noticed earlier that you can fall into listening of some album that you love so much, but then you got some bad emotions with it, some stress, some not the best reminders from the past, just think about music that you turn on, because music can have a daily influence on your life. In some cases, music just helps us to forget something or to relax after a difficult day, but in other situations, it can spoil your motivation, your mood, your mental health. And there is one more aspect that I find really keen in music production. I don't think that there are too many people that were thinking too much about it, but I'm speaking right now about the amount of happy and sad songs on someone's album. So I find really great the situation when musical producer or musician, if he or she is independent musician, makes a balanced album that contains both and happy and sad songs. And if you're the musician and you try to adjust this amount, if you try to draw this portrait of some information that you put into your music, that's excellent because you think about people who are listening to your album. You're a great person after it. The next point gonna be extra subjective, but don't do only sad music, please. People need some fresh and brightful songs with some inspirations, with some good feelings. They want to have it in their life. They do not want your distress. And I'm speaking so because I think that making some happy song is way more difficult than make some emotional breakdown about your last girlfriend or anything else. And there is one more vicious circle of supply and demand in musical industry too. For example, we have one extremely popular musical genre, and there are too many bands, musicians, popular musicians that compose music and perform it in this musical genre with all eclectics that it has and some special wave. If you can do such music and if you're satisfied enough with such musical genre, go ahead, of course, but don't ruin your personality as a creator of music. Don't ruin your own way of composing with something that is just popular today. Maybe you're that person that gonna turn over the game and exact you gonna provide something complete fresh and enormous and brightful. Of course, it's clear and everyone understands what I'm talking about, but listen to Daft Punk Giorgio's song. Here, Giorgio Moroder, one of the most influential composers of electronic music of the 20th century, gives his feelings and thoughts about his way, about his musical career. It's kind of a biography in this song. I highly recommend it to listen to. So please, if people like that music, don't do only that music. Compose something unique. Try to change something. Try to change someone with your songs. That's gonna be your achievement and your improvement. And one more advice for the listeners of music. Don't be scared or don't be lazy to find something new in music. There are such tools in nowadays that give you extra opportunities to find something new. You can Shazam any song with your cell phone. You can use radio. You can use some aggregators like Spotify or something else. I'm not promoting anything in this episode. I'm just providing some examples. The main point of these services is that they can combine songs into some special playlists that can be really affordable for you. And you can enjoy something completely different, something that you didn't recognize, never recognized before. For example, in the 20th century, we have such musical genres that were the base of the modern music. If you like modern popular music, just check any soul playlist. If you like modern rock music, listen to the classical rock of 70s. Listen to indie rock of 90s. Find something that gonna be new for your trip in the subway. Find something that can refresh your brain and give you an inspiration, because we have such opportunities that people from the mid of 20th century couldn't have. Just use them. You use internet every day. Try to get a usage of your free time in internet. And the last advice for today is addressed to the composers of music. Please don't slow down, okay, with your music. While you try to find your unique sound, you're losing your time and you're losing the freshness of songs that you made few days before. Please don't slow down, because if you spend too many time on this research, the projects of albums, songs that you made some time before and you want to publish it can become really outdated for yourself, and you won't have such a motivation to publish these albums. If you have a passion at the moment with some music, just do this and try not to copy someone and someone's style, someone's personality. That's all. You'll find your everything later. If you have some song to produce, do this, because I'm the worst example for this. I have dozens of demos for last 10 years, and I haven't produced any official release in any musical genre. I was interested in electronical music. I was interested in indie rock music. I have few projects from the actual summer of this year, and I must finish them in next weeks. And if I won't do this, I'm foolish and I'm empty like a musician. Because if I have something in my head or on my computer, and maybe if some close friends know about music that I compose, if people do not have opportunity to find your music and to feel what you feel, some kind of empathy in music, that's not a music. It's in the box. It's muted, and it doesn't really exist in modern world in that case. And today I have two tasks for everyone that is with me at this moment. First, please subscribe in Apple Podcasts, YouTube or Podbean. And the second, please leave one comment in YouTube or in Twitter. Did you like this episode? Should I make episodes something like this? And thank you that you're here. The kindest regards, Sandy Riffs. Bye.